Before I begin this episode, I'd like to dedicate this show to one of my best friends, Beth, who passed away earlier this week. Beth, I miss you and I love you. Welcome, foolish mortals, to another episode of the HitchHiking Host Show. I am your host, your ghost host, Wes Troop. And this week I am back for another HitchHiking Host Show full of a bunch of trending topics. That's right, we're going to see what happened down over on both coasts of the U.S. Disney parks, the Disneyland, and the Walt Disney World, as well as look at a little bit of news for Universal Studios Orlando. So, let's kick it, shall we? Last week, there were many closures over at Disney's Hollywood Studios to begin construction. This week, some big closures have happened on the other coast at Disneyland and Disney's California Adventure. First off, over at Disney's California Adventure, the long-running fan favorite Disney's Aladdin, a musical spectacular, has taken its final bow. The last show was Sunday, January 10th. Of course, a new Frozen theatrical show will be opening in the Hyperion Theater. When? In summer! Yeah, so anyway, lots of people are angry that the Aladdin show is leaving. Personally, I did like the Aladdin show. It was one of my favorite stage shows in a Disney park, and that includes Walt Disney World and Disneyland. But I think it's run since basically, I think 2003 it started. So it was basically a 13-year run. It had a good run. It had its day. I think it'll be nice to see a new show, to tell you the truth. Even though it was one of my favorite shows, I'm not the kind of person who can sit and watch the same 45-minute show again and again and again. I've only seen Aladdin twice, and I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it both times. But I'm not one that can sit through Finding Nemo the musical again and again and again. Or Festival of the Lion King I can, because it's Lion King, and that's one of my favorites. But I don't know, there's something, even Indiana Jones I can't sit through again and again and again. Or if it's a longer show, like at Hollywood Studios, Lights, Motor, Action, I hate. So I'm fine with a different, I think sort of like Disney's Hollywood Studios did. When I was a kid, I remember seeing Pocahontas, and then it turned into Hunchback. And then it would turn into, I think it turned into other stuff before those shows. I would like every 2 years do a different show or something. You could do you Tangled lovers out there, and I do like Tangled. You could have a Tangled show in 2 years, or you could have, it's endless, the possibilities. That Toy Story show that was talked about. I think I know Aladdin brought in a lot of the same people and different people at the same time, but because of the genie's jokes, it was different. But I think it's a good change. I'm not saying Frozen should be there for 13 years, because it might not be as good of a show as Aladdin. But, it would be really cool. A Nightmare Before Christmas show. I just thought of that. That would be really cool. But anyway, maybe a couple years of Frozen, and then a couple years something else will come out. Frozen 2. Which will probably replace it. But, I think Aladdin was a great show, but it's over. And over in Disneyland, crossing the street, space is being made for Star Wars land construction. Oh yeah! The Big Thunder Ranch petting farm Big Thunder Ranch Barbecue and Big Thunder Ranch Jamboree have closed up for good. The goats, sheep, and donkeys will be relocated to their forever home at a farm in Marietta. So that's right, they're not going to end up somewhere on the Disneyland menu, thankfully. Additionally, the Mark Twain Riverboat, Sailing Ship Columbia, Pirate's Lair on Tom Sawyer Island, Davy Crockett Explorer Canoes, and Fantasmic will all be temporarily shut down as the construction begins. The Disneyland Railroad will be temporarily closed as well. So, I know there were a lot of people upset about them closing the Big Thunder Ranch and the barbecue and stuff. As a humongous Star Wars fan, I will tell you, I would much rather go to a Star Wars land than to a petting zoo. But that's just me. You know, you can go to a petting zoo at the Ole Turnpike Dairy in Pennsylvania. Many other petting zoos out there. And the Big Thunder, it's, you know, I never ate at the restaurant. I know it was a favorite of many people, but there's a lot of restaurants in the area in Disney. You know, I'm sure there's going to be a good Star Wars restaurant in that area when it opens. So I'm not upset at all about this. And for that point, the only thing I'm upset that's temporarily closed, not that I'm going to be going in the next few months anyway, is Fantasmic. Mark Twain Riverboat, Sailing Ship Columbia, Tom Sawyer Island I definitely won't go on. Davy Crockett Explorers Canoes, those are all always shut down anyway. But the Riverboat and Sailing Ship, you know, no big deal. I'm not going to be crying all night about that is temporarily closed. So, I'd much rather see Star Wars than any of those things. So, that's just me. I know there's some fans out there that are upset about it, but, you know, not me. Also, Walt Disney Imagineering has released concept art of how Disneyland's new River of America will look when it's completed later this year. A new riverbank complete with a waterfall, as well as an elevated track for the Disneyland Railroad to pass over the water, are among the highlights that can be spotted in the concept art. Now we're gonna hop on a plane and fly down to Walt Disney World, because we're park hopping, baby. Disney has announced a new interactive experience for fans of the Disney Junior series, The Lion Guard. Yeah. That thing exists. Beginning February 7th, younger park guests will be able to go on a search throughout Disney's Animal Kingdom for colorful statues that resemble characters Keon, Bunga, Fuli, Bichetti, I don't know, and Ono, Yoko Ono. From the hit series. Yeah, I've never heard of any of those characters. Maybe because I don't watch the show. Once little ones finish their quest, they will be able to take a special pledge to become an honorary member of the Lion Guard. This new experience will be available for kids until late March. So if your kids want to do that, let them, I guess. It's their vacation too. I wouldn't be caught dead doing that crap, but if your kids want to do it, check it out. Earlier this week, construction walls went up around a sizable area at Disney's Hollywood Studios. And interestingly enough, this project has nothing to do with the upcoming Star Wars Land or Toy Story Land. Guests who venture into the Echo Lake section of the park will now find the area located just across from Star Tours completely walled off, as construction begins on what seems to be a new permanent character meet and greet area. This new space will use parts from the former American Idol audition rooms, the Walt Disney World radio studio, which of course had the Monster Sound Show that I loved many, many years ago, and one of the park's former corporate lounges, which is where, you know, I hang out, in order to create a hub for characters at Disney's Hollywood Studios similar to Epcot's Character Spot. Though Disney has not officially announced this project, many are predicting that this new attraction will open around spring 2016, so just a few months. The character list also remains unconfirmed, but considering Disney Hollywood Studios has scattered characters like Sorcerer Mickey, Pluto, and Donald all around the park, this new character hub could provide a central location for guests to meet all these characters at once. I know the character spot is very popular at Epcot, so for them to have their own, that would be cool. I would say put in a few, you know, not so common characters. You could put Mike and Sully in there. I know they have that character meet and greet near in the back lot there. That'll probably be closing sooner or later. I assume the Honey I Shrunk the Kids thing will be leaving. I've been hearing it for 2 years, the rumors. I assume that area is gonna get Toy Story Land, you know, since Toy Story Mania is basically right down there. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. I would put in some, maybe a couple I mean, the Incredibles are without a place now, since they took them out of the animation pavilion, and you know, I don't know, whatever. But I would do some more odd characters to me. The Fairways course at Disney's Fantasia Mini Golf will be closing for refurbishment next week on January 18th. This course will reopen to guests on February 12th. During the refurbishment, the easier garden side of the mini golf course will remain open. So that's good at least. At least you'll be able to golf on the easy course. I'd be cheating anyway on the tough course. So, I'd be like, hit it 6 times. That was a 2. So yeah. Anyway, I've never done Fantasia Mini Golf. I've never really had the time. I'm always in the parks, so but it seems cool. I mean, I've passed it quite a few times going to the parks. So that's news if you're looking to do some golf. And now, selling out and going over to Universal Orlando Resort. They're getting ready to kick off Mardi Gras Festival next month and have unveiled a star-studded, quote-unquote, concert lineup for this year's, featuring some of the biggest names in music, quote-unquote. The full, yeah, look at some of these names. Well, there's some good ones. The full lineup is below. The first name, February 6th, Hunter Hayes. Pass. February 13th, Diana Ross. If you're looking for some hot stuff, baby. February 14th, the Bare Naked Ladies. I would like to see some Bare Naked Ladies, maybe not the band. I can go on to a different website for that, but anyway, I do like the band, the Bare Naked Ladies. They're there on Valentine's Day, so you can have some Bare Naked Ladies for Valentine's Day. February 20th will be Nate Roos from the band Fun, and I'm sure that concert will be fun. February 27th will be Fall Out Boy. March 5th, Kool and the Gang, where you can celebrate good times. Come on! March 12th, oh, whoa, oh, whoa, please, baby. There will be The Fray. March 13th, I assume the place won't be a ghost town when Adam Lambert's there. March 19th, Shawn Mendes will be there with giving people some stitches. March 20th, Three Doors Down, who I saw in concert and almost got punched in the face. Long story. March 26th, REO Speedwagon will be there, singing their power ballads of the 80s. April 2nd will be T-Pain. Oh, that's right, this is Universal. I was going to say, what's T-Pain doing in Disney? Where he can fall in love with a stripper. And April 9th will be Jessie J. I wouldn't mind seeing her, actually. And April 16th, I've never heard of this person, Yandel. Is he/she related to Yanni? I highly doubt it. That is that type of music. But you never know. So that's the listings for the Mardi Gras quote-unquote spectacular. Alright, well, that's all the time for this week. I'll be back next week with another Hitchhiking Host show. I did put up another Hitchhiking 101 all about Sleeping Beauty Castle. So go and check that out, and I'll have a new one about a new Fantasyland, not new Fantasyland attraction, but an old Fantasyland attraction up soon. So check that out. Until next time, don't forget to subscribe right here on YouTube. youtube.com/HitchHostShow. You can like the show on Facebook, facebook.com/HitchHostShow. Follow on the Twitter and the Instagram at HitchHostShow. And of course, you can listen to the show on Podbean, hitchhostshow.podbean.com, or download on iTunes or Stitcher if you'd like to listen. Until next time, don't forget to for the next episode. See ya.